Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me on this webinar today. Many of you attended last week's webinar to go over the setup of the client creator system, and today I'm going to show you how to do the edit some of the lead capture pages and navigate through the options in your lead capture page system. So once you log into your account, you'll have the menu option with website listings, and you'll click on that to see all of your active buyer and seller lead capture pages. Most of you will have many more than this one, as your concierge team has set up custom ones for you. But I'm going to show you how to edit any of them. They'll basically be the same functions as I'm going to show you for any of the lead capture pages and how to navigate through the menu options. So you'll see to the right, you have a couple different options here uh, to view, preview the lead capture page, how it looks for your client, edit it, and that's where we're going to go into in a minute. Embed. Embed is when you want to use a lead capture page in an existing website. So this will generate the HTML code for your webmaster or whoever handles your website so that they can create a graphic and a direct link right to the specific lead capture page. So for example, you can use, if you click on embed, you can choose from any of these previous images or custom images that we have in the system to embed into your lead capture page. So let's say you wanted to use this one here. You can just click on it and it's going to generate the code. This code right here is what you're going to give to your webmaster. Um, and if you wanted to email to them, you could just click on the email and type in the website address or the email address for your whoever handles this, and they'll get this code to put into the HTML. It may look odd for you, but anybody who does websites or handles them will know exactly what to do with this information. So, and the other option is to delete it. You can delete any of the lead capture pages if they don't, if you don't think that they fall in your demographic or in your market area, or you just don't like them. And you can copy one. So let's say you have one that you want to use, you like the look and the layout of it, but you want to just change the verbiage and who it's targeted for, rather than having to recreate the lead capture page from scratch. You would just click the copy next to the one you want to copy, and it'll duplicate it. You'll see another one appear, and you can just edit that one. It'll have all the basic information that the copied one has, and you can just change that to your liking without having to recreate it from start. So we're going to go into the edit section of the lead capture page. I'm just going to choose this video to buy. Just so we can work with that one. So you click on the edit, it'll bring up, you'll see this is an on-page editor. So anything that you're doing is going to change directly in the lead capture page itself. So the first thing you're going to notice is these menu bars at the top, and we'll go through these, but these are going to give you the options and the areas to edit each section of the lead capture page. The first one is your options, and if you click on that, you'll get a slide out menu. The template design is the design of the website. If you wanted to change this lead capture page to one of the other template designs that we have in our system, you can do that. You would just select the design that you wanted to change it to, and it'll automatically apply that template to this lead capture page, and it'll have the verbiage and everything already set up for you. So you could do that if you have any of the ones. Now, with that being said, any of these lead capture pages that our concierge team has created for you, I would ask that you do not change any of those, because we are constantly going in and monitoring them and seeing what images work, which ones do not. And if you go in and change that or change the lead capture page, it might mess around with the data that we're getting on, the insight reports that we get back on what is working, what is not. So if you're going to do that, I would just reach out to our team first, just to make sure that they're aware of it, and let them know which lead capture page it is. Website active, inactive. All pages are set up active for you already. But if you wanted to deactivate them, you just basically would uncheck this and save it there, and you'll see that this is inactive website, and you just put a check next to it to activate it. And that's pretty much how you activate a website. The email and text campaigns. Here's where you set up any of the pre-existing email and text campaigns that you have on this lead capture page. By default, all of them are assigned an email campaign. They are not automatically assigned a text message campaign. So we set up the default email campaign. This one has the 4-step home buyer. And you can change that if you would like, if you wanted to go to another one. If the 4-step home buyer is fine with you, then you just leave it alone. It doesn't need to have anything done. But if you wanted to choose another one, you would just click the down arrow, and you can choose any of these pre-existing lead or email campaigns that are in your system already. So let's say you wanted to do the buyer prospect campaign, you can choose that. And if you wanted to come down here to a text campaign, we'll do the buyer text message campaign, and you can save that. And now this lead capture page, anytime somebody engages on the lead capture page, they'll automatically be set up for the system, for the email campaigns that you select. Since you've chosen a text message campaign, if you want to activate those, I would recommend we're just going to add in a cell phone number so that we can send them text messages. So we'll go into the forms. We're going to add a form field, and we're going to click on add field here, and we're going to define cell phone number. Oh, did I pass it? Yep, did. So you drag this, hold down your left mouse click over to this here, let it go. So you're just clicking on that, dragging it right to this little box here and letting it go, and then click on add form field, and you'll see that automatically adds the cell phone number to the form fields. It is currently not required. As you can see, this one has a yes, so these two are required. This one is not. If you wanted to change that, you could click on change, hit required. Now it's required. So now they can't go to the next step until they enter in their cell phone number. We'll hit save, update successful. And to see any changes, just hit your refresh page, and you'll see now it's got the cell phone number on there. Okay, so we're going to go back to the options menu. Now, again, we went through the email and text message campaign. So now that we have an email and a text message, and we added the cell phone number, this client will receive both email campaigns and text message campaigns to their cell phone number. The next section is the website name. This is where we name your lead capture pages. If you click on that, you'll see what it's named. Again, yours are probably going to be differently named because our concierge team renames them for marketing purposes. So you can change them if you'd like. Just want to make sure that they're not changing them too much. And again, if you're not sure, you can always reach out to our support staff and let them know what you want to change it for. If it's good and they say okay, they'll let you know. If they may change it for you if that's what you're looking for. But this is where you would change the lead capture page name. A lot of the names that we set up are specific market area SEO optimized. So you may see the current city or the county in there. You may see multiple pages with different names that just have different counties, different cities in there. And again, most of those are done for marketing purposes, for SEO purposes. So, while you can change the name, just be cautious of it and maybe reach out to our team to make sure that's not going to mess with anything that they currently have going. So, for instance, if they have a campaign going out that's on this lead capture page and it's for Nashville, Tennessee, and you change it to Knoxville, Tennessee, but our ad's still running for Nashville, when they come to this page, they're going to say, oh, this is for Knoxville, Tennessee, not for Nashville, Tennessee. And, it's not going to match. So that's why I say be cautious, because if we have any current campaigns or ads running that are using this website name, if it gets changed, it could mess with the marketing. Shorten URL. This is always a topic that people want to know about, is how to shorten the URL. Your website technically is this full website right here. So obviously it's not pretty. It's got the numbers, got data, and what have you. So if you want to change it to something very short, I'm going to just show you, we can change this. Here's what the URL is. This URL does not change. It's always going to be housebuyinfo.com/ and then it'll have something. So I'm just going to put in client creator and hit save. Okay, now you'll see when our shortened URL is now this one, house by client creator. And if I copy this and open up a new tab and put that link in, you'll see it'll take me right to that lead capture page. So it's taking me right to the lead capture page that I am in. So we don't use shortened URLs for online marketing, for social media marketing, because Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the social medias don't acknowledge shortened URLs. They like these URLs, but they don't see them. So that's why it's not really imperative for us to have a shortened URL in our marketing. Nobody will see this address in our marketing. So we still will use this. These URLs are usually for print material. If you have any postcards that you're sending out, or if you have an email that you're sending out that you want to send them to, these will look a lot better than these links here. So that's usually how realtors will use these shortened URLs. Now, with the shortened URL, I want to go over the website URL. Again, this is the full website URL. Many of you have asked us about your own domain names that you have purchased at GoDaddy or companies as such. If you want to use those domain names and incorporate them with any of the lead capture pages, this is the full domain name, the website address that you're going to want to use in domain forwarding. So if you go into your GoDaddy account, it's going to have an option under your domain manager for forwarding your website. This will be the forwarding address that you'll use for that domain name. So anytime somebody types in the name, whatever it may, www.yourdomainname.com, they'll automatically be taken right to your lead capture page. So this will be what you'll use when you set that up. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot use a shortened URL. You cannot use this for a domain forwarding. Again, GoDaddy and programs like that do not recognize shortened URLs. You have to use the full website name. I hope that makes sense, because there are some, quite a few realtors that have their own domain names and they want to use them for some of the lead capture pages. So all you have to do is come into the website URL, click on it, copy and paste this in the domain forwarding of your website, of your domain name. The next one is the background image. If you don't like that background image and you want to change it, you can do that right here. It'll give you a little option here to browse to your local folder. It'll bring up a little box. You can go to any of these, any of your folders that you have on in your computer, choose a picture, and save it. And it will put that new image as the background of your lead capture page. I will warn you, we do need quality images. If your image is not a minimum of 1200 pixels wide or about 400 kilobytes in size, I would recommend not using that image, because while it may look good in smaller screens, anything larger, such as the one that I'm using here, will look very distorted, very pixelated, and just not a good professional image. So just be cautious when you change the image to make sure that it's a high quality photo and that you have a good quality. You just don't want to have it all distorted, and you can see this one's pretty clear, everything's nice and clean, and it loads fast. with that said too, I would not use anything over 1 MB in size. While it may look great and crystal clear, 1 MB in size for the average internet user may take a little bit too long to load. It may take 2 to 3 seconds to load. And while that doesn't sound like a lot of time, it is when the page loads. So you want it to load pretty quickly, usually within 1 second. 1 to 2 seconds would be ideal. Anything over that would be considered a slow load time. So images should be a good quality, 1200 pixels wide minimum, and about 400 to 500 kilobytes in total size. That would be the ideal image. The next one is I'm going to skip Facebook ad and app setup and just go down because those are a little bit longer to explain. So I'm going to go through these other ones first. The instant file download. If you want somebody to download something after your engagement, so after they fill this information out, if you want to take them to download a file, you'll click here. You'll select a file similar to the background image. You'll hit browse. You'll choose a file for them to download, and then hit save. And this will upload the file to this lead capture page. And then after a client engages in the page, they will be able to download this file. File types. Recommend PDF. Obviously would be the most common and most universal type of file. If you use a Word document and the person who's downloading it has a Mac and they don't have Word on their computer, they won't be able to read it, or it may not come over the way that you want it to. If you have images in the file, they won't be brought over. The client won't see them. So recommend a PDF or an image file. I mean, if you have an image file of something that you want to send them, maybe it's a flyer or a postcard or something like that, an image file is fine. But any text or any documents that you create, make sure that they're saved as a PDF. And you can upload a PDF. And again, every user, whether it's a mobile user, whether it's a Mac user or a PC user, can download and view a PDF, and it'll be exactly how you want it to be seen. However it looks to you is how it's going to look for them as well. So we do recommend doing a PDF. Website redirect. This is normally used if we want to redirect them to an outside website, again, after they've engaged. So once a client engages on the lead capture page, they'll be taken to your website, if that's where you want them to go, or your Facebook business page. Normally, if we do not get a website for you, if there's a thank you page, well, we can leave them there, that's fine. Or if there's a download, they'll receive the download. But if you have a website that you want to redirect it to, this is where you would put that information in. You would put the complete information in the HTTP : you'll see that's there, and it even starts here for you to type so that you know. And it'll send them directly to the website that you specify here after they engage. So it's a nice little way to generate some traffic to your website or to your Facebook business page, right from within the system. So they're not just hanging out there to once they engage, they're all done. It'll take them somewhere where they can, either reach out to you directly or browse some of your posts or go onto your website and learn more about you as well. Maybe even search properties if you have an IDX on your system. So that's the website redirect. Header scripts, most of you will not use these. Header scripts are custom codes, like say, the most common example would be Google Analytics. If any of the realtors have Google Analytics account and they want to track activity to any of these lead capture pages, Google Analytics will provide you a code. It's a JavaScript code, and you would copy and paste that into this area. And this would be able to track people who come to the website, to the lead capture page, and produce that information on your Google Analytics account. But any scripting, anything that needs to be added to the header of the page would be put here. Again, this would be more for the advanced user or somebody who's familiar with the coding on how to do it. If you're not familiar or you're not sure, again, reach out to our support team, and they would definitely be able to help you with that. Last one on this column is the disclaimer. Disclaimer is certain information that may need to be on the lead capture pages. If you have something by your realtor board that needs to be on your lead capture page, you would put this here. By default, we do not put anything on here since we have no idea what your disclaimer would need to be. Typically, we do not put any disclaimers on lead capture pages. Most of our real estate information for your company is from the business page that we're promoting from. So we're usually covered in that area from where the ad is. But if your realtor board or somebody says that you need to have the disclaimer on your page, you can put that right here, and it'll appear at the bottom of all of your lead capture pages to cover that area. Again, if you're not sure if you where to put this or how to do it, just let our support team know, and they'll go in and update the disclaimer on any of your lead capture pages. But if you want to come in and do it yourself, this is where you would do it. It's pretty easy. You would just basically type in the information here and format it so that it looks good. Most of the disclaimers are pretty small and type. That's why we have a 11-point size here. I mean, you could even go smaller if you wanted, or if you wanted to go larger, you could. The 8-point is obviously the smallest. The 36-point is the largest. So the formatting of this is pretty much like any common word processor. You can bold, italicize, your format of your alignment. I'm sure everybody's pretty familiar with that. I won't get too deep into that. But yep, this is where that section is. You would hit save, and you would be done there. Okay, the next area we're going to go over is the Facebook ad setup. And I'm going to go to Rand's page. This is the page that he used the other day to show everybody the ad. But I'm going to show you how to create an ad that looks like this, a little bit of customization for the message section, the picture, the header that comes under here, and then the description text. All of this is customizable through our client creator system. So I'm going to show you how to do that in any of the lead capture pages. So we go back to this menu again. Again, this is all under the options menu. You click on Facebook ad setup. Once you click on the Facebook ad setup, this is set up just like how it's going to display in the Facebook section. So here's your link for your Facebook. This is what you use to post into the status bar of your Facebook page. The message body, that's the top part, which is right here. And the picture, which is underneath the ad. The title section and the description. So you have the picture, title, and description. So we're going to create a different image for this so I can show you how it works. This is the default image for this lead capture page, and again, this can be changed. So we're going to just browse to a local folder. I'm going to go into my download section and just choose the picture that we have here. Okay, we selected a picture. This is going to be your test message. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to save the ad. Okay, now this is going to be the new picture. This is what's going to display underneath of it in the title, and this is what's going to be in the ad description. Again, you can make this whatever you want, and it'll show up exactly as this on the message. Now, the message body, you can put anything you'd like on here. Again, that's going to be up in this message section here. So 3 or 4 lines is usually pretty good. We like to keep it to 2, so it's nice and short and sweet, but it's your whatever your preference is there. So now we need to submit this to Facebook Debugger, and that allows Facebook to
scan this new lead capture page and pick up this new information. So we basically just click this here. It'll open up a new tab. You'll see that this is the URL already on here. This URL matches right here, so we know we're on the right page. And we're going to debug it, and click that debug right there. Okay, if it doesn't pick anything up, which is not uncommon, you're going to do fetch new information. Sometimes you have to click that 2 or 3 times to force Facebook to pick it up. So don't, if it doesn't pull up the very first time, don't worry. Just like this, it's not pulling everything at one time, so we're just going to scrape it again. It will pull it up. See? And there you see it. So again, if you don't show the picture, just scrape it a few times. Facebook does take a few minutes to update their information, but you'll see this matches the picture, the title, and then the description underneath. So now, if we go back to the Facebook, or to the client creator, we're going to copy this link, copy, and we're going to paste this on his page. And just paste the link in there. It's going to pull up exactly what we just put in there with the new picture, the title, and the description. And now we can take the text, copy that, and we can get rid of this link because that's actually an active link right below it, so there's no sense in having the link in the description. And you can paste the text message, and hit share now. And it'll display on his page. And there's his ad. He's got his message up there, custom image, custom title, and your description text. So this is exactly how the ad will display in Facebook. Now, if you don't want to change any of the defaults, you don't have to do all of this. Facebook will pick up the default image and the default pictures. But most of the time when we are creating our ads for you, we're using custom images, custom text, relevant to the market area that we're using to promote the lead capture page. Facebook integrates with, our client creator integrates with Facebook on the ad section. So you do need to set up the ad if you're doing something specific. Even if you created a listing lead capture page, you might have to come in here, put the address of the listing, put the picture of the home in here, so that Facebook can pull it up. That way the ad displays exactly how you want it. And it gives you the exact text on here, so everything is customizable when you post to Facebook. Okay, the last section is the Facebook apps section. This is the apps that appear on the left-hand side here. You'll see all of the apps here. You'll go into the app section to set up the Facebook tabs. We call them tabs, they're apps, everybody calls them something different, but they're the ones that are located on the left-hand side here. You'll log into your Facebook account. You'll click on Add a Page tab, and when you click on Add a Page tab, you're going to see a drop down. Now normally you're going to have one business page attached to your account, maybe you have 2, but you select the drop down and then you're going to choose your business page that you want to apply it to, and then click Add Page tab. Again, if you only have 1 business page, this will default to your business page that you have, but if you have more than 1 business page, which some realtors do, on your account, just choose the business page that you want to post the app to. And then once you hit Add a Page tab, you're going to see it's located right on the left-hand side here on your business page. Okay, the other area of, I'm going to go back here. Oops, I think I logged out. Okay, I just had to log back in. The other area of the Facebook app section is when you click on Facebook app, When you install the Facebook app, you're going to click on this the very first time, and it's going to give you a number. It's like a 16-digit number. You're going to highlight that, copy, and paste that number right here. That's going to give you your page ID. So actually, I wonder if I can add this to Rand's page. No, I can't. I'm going to add this page. Okay, it's added it. Now I'm going to refresh his page right here. And he's got a few already on here, so it may take, it does have home buyers info right there. So I'm going to click on that. And here's the digit number. Okay, you're just going to copy that number and paste it into the Facebook page ID number. And that's going to integrate the client creator system with his lead capture page in Facebook. So that's all you need to do. And then once you do that, you have completed the Facebook app setup. Now, with that, you probably don't need to do any of these because your concierge team leader has already done it for you. But just in case you want to add other ones to the system that we don't have on there, you'll want to do it that way. So, you know, I think that most of those are going to be on your system already, or at least most of the primary ones that our team uses. But again, if you want to add different ones to your lead capture page, you're more than welcome to do. Okay, I think that is everything that I wanted to cover in this webinar. I am going to, we are recording this, so we will be sending out a replay. So if anybody wants to go through the information again, I know I covered some pretty big areas that you may want to revisit. So I will be sending out that link as soon as we get it saved and uploaded, which will probably be sometime tomorrow. And that way you can go back and visit it anytime and review. If anybody has any questions, as always, you can email our support team. They're very responsive at support@clientcreator.com, and we'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you, everybody very much.